major tournament quarterfinals, no wins in those, well, in those four previous. Is their fifth, of course. They're trying to change that, make it five, the fifth time lucky, and to make it to Dortmund's final. Of course, you can listen to the final quarter-final of Euro 2024 after this game between Turkey and the Netherlands. But at the moment, it's down this left-hand side with Switzerland, with Bischer, who sits the ball into Vargas. Little back heel, but Konza blocks it and clears. Foden can't get there, but it will fall into it. Good example of how Switzerland can stretch the play with Freuler and Xhaka on their wings. The advantage of the formation. Lovely back heel from Freuler, trying to tee it up to like a Vargas, who was coming off that right hand side. England got the numbers back there, and crucially it was Konza of Aston Villa, who is making his debut today in terms of a major tournament for England, clearing the ball away. It's Saka in place of Mark Gahey. Of course, Harry Maguire is out injured of the tournament, didn't make it into Gareth Southgate's team. A big hole in terms of the success that Gareth Southgate has been able to produce is that back four of Stones, Walker, Maguire and Trippier that we've seen in recent years. Here is Kyle Walker, slips us back to Pickford. Of course, he's another member of that solid back five that England have had. And England have been a tough nut to break. Tough cookie for sure in this tournament. They have the ball, but it's been how they are front of goal, being quite toothless, is where the critics have been able to label their points. Here is Kyle Walker with the orange boots with the ball. England holding possession now, gives the ball to the right hand side to Phil Foden. Doesn't seem to be hugging that left hand touchline. Seems to be a bit of freedom for Phil Foden. Referee gives the throw in to England. It's England 0, Switzerland 0. It's Stones who offers the ball to the left now to Konza. Konza's got Rice ahead of him. England central defensive midfielder has the ball outside the centre circle, gives it to Stones. Stones crosses the ball to a bit of space for Saka inside midway point of Switzerland's half. He goes a bit forward looking towards Foden. Foden checks the ball to give it to Mainey. Mainey on now to Rice. England 0, Switzerland 0. Good zip and play from England, but can we have an end product at the end of this sequence? A lot of passing was taking place in their last game against Slovakia. As the ball goes into the walls, the penalty area. Saka tries to keep it in the byline. He does. He's up against the Swiss player, but gives the ball back to Kyle Walker. Low ball goes in, and it's cleared away by Akanji, and the offside flag has gone up initially from the ball that Jude Bellingham played from Saka in the first part of that move, where Saka kept it in. And like I was just mentioning, we saw England have a lot of possession against Slovakia in that game. They didn't get a shot on target until Jude Bellingham's 95th minute leveller. And that's the problem at the moment for Gareth Southgate's side. They can purr a lot, they can have control, but no real threat in their forward play. And we've already seen Switzerland move that ball quickly. They've taken their free kick short, and they've actually got the ball with Xhaka. They're in the back line here, Switzerland. It's all the way now gone to their goalkeeper in Jan Sommer. Jan Sommer, an ever-present figure in the Swiss goal for a numerous amount of competitions, major tournaments. It's with Xhaka to Rodriguez, kicking that ball to left foot, finds a bit of room to the middle. Kyle Walker clears it away. It's with onto the right hand side, gives this towards Freuler inside the centre circle. In the 8th minute we are in now in this game in Dusseldorf. England against Switzerland in the first quarter-final of the day, the third of the tournament. And there's a player on the right hand side, and Ndoye goes past Trippier, teasing to the middle, and Kobe Mainoo's got to come there and clean up and clear it away for England. A lovely ball coming from that right flank from Switzerland, having joy over Kieran Trippier and finding the end product. It was Ndoye who's lit up this tournament so far to drop that into the middle. It's Ndoye trying to go around another defender, but he's been marked up by a couple England players. Akanji, every single player now is in England's half, bar the Swiss goalkeeper and Jan Sommer. Akanji 25 yards away from England's box. Actually go back into their own half, Switzerland, with Rodriguez. Akanji's been forced back, and it's actually all the way back, nearly to the goalkeeper, but edge of Switzerland's box. It's now down that right hand side for Ndoye. Gives it to Freuler to the middle. Kanji gets the ball back, and I think Switzerland will just build again. Now back now with Xhaka. It's a good play from Switzerland, because they could have went on the front foot when Akanji was 25 yards away from the penalty box. They elected to go back and to reset. And they're going to go to switch the play to left-hand side to Vargas, who scored a wonderful goal right at the beginning of the second half against Italy last week in the last 16 game in Berlin. He swings in another good ball into the penalty area. Head away from England. The threat's still alive here for Switzerland. Switzerland still with the ball inside the England penalty area. It's checked back, puts it to the far corner, headed away by John Stones. It may come back to Jack at edge of the box, battling with Harry Kane. That's how deep he is. That was right at the end of the English D. It's 10th minute gone here. England 0, Switzerland 0, and Switzerland has already illustrated 2 really dangerous balls into England's danger area. It's now with Rodriguez. Finding a bit of room now to a Bishop. Ridder's there as well with Xhaka. Still displays in England's half. All the England players behind the ball. Here's Vargas on this left-hand side. Feeding next to Xhaka. Xhaka wants to play the 1-2 with Vida. He does. Rodriguez wants to create the angle. Xhaka just waits. Xhaka just takes 2 steps. 30 yards away from the penalty area. Left of the D. No pressure on the ball. Foden doesn't put pressure on it. Then it goes back to Kanji. Right on the tip of the centre circle for Switzerland in England's half. He moves the ball to the right-hand side to Share. Maybe Share, of course, of Newcastle United in the Premier League. Pushes that ball forward to Freuler. Rodriguez, bit of time now to change and move the ball. They're swooping. They think it's offside, England, but it's going to be Mbolo inside the penalty area. There's no flag coming up, and it's going to be a goal kick, thankfully, for an England perspective. But the front 3, as they've always done throughout this tournament, in Doué and Mbolo and Vargas with Abisha and Ridder, the front 6, you'd say, have been electric in this tournament. Very unfortunate not to have beaten the host Germany their last group stage game. They would have won the group if that was the case. They would have been on the other side of the group. The way the cookie has crumbled in terms of the draw of the nations who are high up in the FIFA rankings being in one section compared to this section of the tournament, Switzerland. But they played really well against Italy. Unfortunate against Scotland, and we're good against Hungary. So they're going to try and break through here for Phil Foden. The flag stays down. Only 5 yards away from the penalty area with Trippier. It's a long boot up the field that's caused a bit of problems for Switzerland. Kobe Mainoo now gives the ball to Kyle Walker. Walker, centre of the Swiss pitch. Onto the right hand side to Saka. England 0, Swiss 0. It's Switzerland 0, sorry. It's with Walker inside to Rice. Walker back towards Stones. Stones to Konza. It's England's turn now to have a bit of possession high up in the Switzerland half. It's down this left side though with Trippier, but the sun is just beaming at the top of the Dusseldorf arena. It's a beautiful pitch. It's a beautiful conditions for this quarter-final. No rain in sight in Germany. It's a bright day. And the stadium that's near the River Main is with Trippier. Gives the ball now towards Konza. Konza's taking his time. Gives it to Stones. Pedestrian football. It's been just a bit slow here, and that will suit Switzerland. Of course, both games yesterday went to extra time. Hope you're ready for extra time. Even games in the Copa America went to extra time, and even penalties we saw in the early mornings with Canada beating Venezuela on penalties. Of course, those are all games you can listen on Flash Score on the audio app. Please listen to us on the App Store if you're an Apple user, Google Play if it's Android, on the website, on your browsers with the Flash Score website, audio commentary of all the nitty-gritty games that are coming your way in the conclusions of the Copa America and the Euro 2024. It's down the left-hand side for Trippier. In the halfway line, it goes for Jude Bellingham. Good retention for England. He spreads the ball. Bellingham looking for Saka. Can Saka play it quickly? He goes round the defender. This is good from Saka. Is Walker going to be onside? He may have trickled offside. The flag stays down for now. Edge of the penalty area. Kane trying to play the 1-2 with Foden. It slows down with Foden, but it's with Rice now. Rice zips the ball now to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham now gives the ball back to Foden, centre of the box. Here's Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo, back off him. Kobe Mainoo is going to go forward here. He was going to find the ball to Jude Bellingham. He's going to switch here to Kane, putting it back in. Bellingham trying to find it to Trippier, intercepted down that corner side from Switzerland. Better though from England, trying to thread the ball through. Here's Rice, giving it to Mainoo. Mainoo's got a lot of time on the ball, and then the press comes in from Switzerland. It's now with Stones. John Stones used the right hand side to give it to Saka. Throw away in the middle. Can he get to the byline? Oh, he goes round the defender. He's going to put the cross into his right boot. Goes to the far side. Fouls in his shirt. It comes back to Declan Rice. Deflected. And it won't fall kindly for England. Switzerland are able to boot the ball away through Vargas. Better though from England there. Saka wanting to obviously go on his right foot, not able to do so, puts on his right. The header from Trippier was one, and it does come off Share, the Newcastle United defender, away from that Declan Rice effort. I'm not sure if that shot was heading on target, but it was a really good position for England's number 4 in Declan Rice. It's with Phil Foden. He caresses the ball to Konza inside the centre circle. England 0, Switzerland 0 here live on Flash Score. Turkey versus Netherlands to come also for you, alongside live commentary, match texts, the match ratings. Player ratings should be up now. If you're having a look at players that you're not hearing their names, you're thinking, well, how's Kane doing? How's Phil Foden doing? If that's your thing, go check in those match ratings, which are really exciting because you can tell a lot about a player's performance while I was watching them. If you disagree, hit us up on social media. As England look to switch that ball to left-hand side, and it's successful through Foden onto Kieran Trippier. Jude Bellingham slows it down, and the offside flag on this occasion goes up on the opposite fullback in Kieran Trippier. England with the 4-3-3, just tuning in to our commentary here with Pickford in goal. It's a back four of Walker on the right, Stones, Konza and Trippier on the left. It's a midfield three of Rice, Mainu and Jude Bellingham with Foden and Saka either side of Harry Kane. It's not the 3-4-3 we thought we would see, and of course Switzerland are still playing their formation with Sommer in goal, Cher, Akanji, Rodriguez, Ebischer, Xhaka, Freuler, Rede and Doy and Berle and Vargas. Ball to the goalkeeper for Switzerland. We played 15 minutes now in Dusseldorf. It's still doing it, waiting for this one to really get going. It's a cagey one, and in a way we've seen Switzerland, whoever they've played, play with a hustle and bustle. It's something that England, whoever they've been playing in this tournament, have kind of created a sterile football, but they've won the ball high up the field, England. Through Jude Bellingham, back to Rice. Rice drops the ball low. Harry Kane's in the penalty box. He wants to tee this up. It's coming, Mainu's blocked by Rodriguez. Comes back out to Rice. Still alive here for England. Floats this into the middle of the box. It clips off a Switzerland's player, and Harry Kane goes down in the penalty area. The referee says it's a coming together rather than a penalty. It's Granit Xhaka of all people, of course. Former Arsenal against former Tottenham Hotspur. Here, two of the two captains colliding. Harry Kane with Granit Xhaka. I don't think that would be a penalty. Xhaka's going for the ball. Harry Kane just leaving his leg in, and it's maybe the share in the end, actually. My apologies, it's not Granit Xhaka, but Xhaka was quick to run towards the referee. Of course, in UEFA, they have this ruling for the Euro 2024, of course. Only the captains can talk to the referees. I say that with a little smile on my face because players are going to find a way to talk to the referee, no matter if you have the armband or not. There's a ball that's gone long for Switzerland, and Jordan Pickford has had to come out and gather with Vargas peeling off that left-hand side, going from that left-hand side, peeling inside from the left, looking to cause problems for Konza and the Stones, but the numbers games were in England's favour. No penalty also for that Harry Kane and Cher incident in the penalty area. Another opportunity for England. A shot outside the penalty area blocked. Again, it was Kobe Mainoo on this time as the ball goes long towards Harry Kane. It's dropped down for Xhaka. We had a bit of pressure from Jude Bellingham. He seems to be operating from the left-hand side. It's an interesting formation. It looks like Jude and Bellingham and Phil Foden directly behind Harry Kane rather than on the left-hand side. Mainoo's won it high up the field. Oh, it's really good from Kobe Mainoo. 25 yards away, Mainoo. He's going all the way into the penalty area. Maybe should have released the ball. He couldn't go behind Manuel Kanji, the youngster, the 19-year-old, the heart of Manchester United's midfield back end of the season. A marvellous performance for Kobe Mainoo in the FA Cup final over Manchester City, where he got a goal in that game. And it's with Rodriguez chipping it back to Kanji for Switzerland. Kanji edge of the penalty area. He floats us to the left hand side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives the ball back to Kanji. It's England 0, Switzerland 0 here. And on this Saturday afternoon clash in Dusseldorf, it goes to the middle looking towards Mbona. So I think England have done well. They've not been able to move the ball centrally, and England got to be careful. Remember, there's a lot of players on yellow cards. Your Mainoo's, Trippier's, your Jude Bellingham's. There's a bit of confrontation with one of the referees, but he's waved that all away. It's with Rodriguez. Goes into the middle now, looking to give the ball towards Freuler. Freuler to Xhaka. Xhaka down to the left hand side towards Rodriguez. He stabs that forward, Rodriguez, onto Freuler. Freuler now into Berle. This is better from the Swiss. They're playing a 1-2, and Berle's into the penalty area. Kyle Walker's got to get rid of it. He's still trying to get rid of it. He's won a free kick, crucially, because then Freuler, he got a goal last week against Italy. It's a bit too much from the English fullback in Kyle Walker, Manchester City defender. Of course, Kyle Walker, another player that's been part of Gareth Southgate's major tournament games. It was a free kick. The left boot clipped the right of Kyle Walker. John Stones in the pink boots about to take this free kick just outside the 6-yard box for England. Yeah, right in front of the England supporters. England 0, Switzerland 0. It's right foot that goes long. Oh, it's a good ball. Finds Jude Bellingham, actually. Bellingham's stretching himself. Referee says play on. It's Jude Bellingham a bit deeper. Gives the ball to Saka. Saka wants to give the ball back to Jude Bellingham. And 3 players on him. You know, Vargas has come back really well. The left midfielder to come and make sure that when Saka's in an advanced area, there's 3 players. So you have the midfielder on Freuler, and then you have Rodriguez all on Saka. And, you know, it's simple maths. You've got 3 players. The ball's in a return to a Swiss player. But at the moment, the ball's actually back with England. Down this right again. This time with Foden. He's got Saka ahead of him. Elects not to give it to Saka. He's got Kobe Mainoo who's going to come and join the party down this right-hand side. Mainoo's just shielding the ball away from a Swiss player. Gives the ball towards Kyle Walker. Walker now to Stones inside the centre circle. 20 gone here. England 0, Switzerland 0. Live on Flash Score. This Euro 2024 quarter-final. Gives the ball to Foden. Foden back to Rice. Rice takes his time. Just waits for giving the ball. Here is Declan Rice. Gives them to the left-hand side. With John Stones on the halfway line. England 0, Switzerland 0. And yeah, just that central area you feel from a Swiss point of view. You need to get the ball more between Freuler, Xhaka and Mbolo. England are doing really well at the moment to nullify that. It's what they need to do on the ball, which is going to be effective. Here's Foden. It's a real tactical game in Dusseldorf. But they've settled. Both sides have into this one. It's Foden. Taking his time. He clips this forward. Look at the Saka. Saka's onside. Really good right shot. Puts a low ball in and it's cleared away by Fabian Schär. Lovely work from Bukayo Saka. Was he offside in the end? I think the flag has gone up. I went early with that. I did go early. Just so tight. Really good touch though to bring the ball off the air. Referee's linesman. Is he still waiting to see if it's going to be a corner or a throw-in? It's going to be a corner. I was right. It wasn't offside. I'm pleased to say. It's going to be the first corner of the afternoon for both teams, and it's going to be England who gets the first one. It's going to be Kieran Trippier to take it. Walker and Stones and Kane and Jude Bellingham all in the penalty area for this one. Trippier puts his right hand in the air. He floats to the far side. Looking to ball Harry Kane. It's a deep header, and it's an off-target one from England's captain and leading all-time goal scorer. And it will be a goal kick to Switzerland halfway through this first half, and one that just started to get ready and under the boil, but just need a bit more, don't we? Action. Here's Leon Summer with the goal kick. It's taken short for Kanji. He's giving the ball straight to Saka. 30 yards away for the penalty area. Saka gives it to Foden. Foden crosses the left-hand ball. To a lot of room now for Jude Bellingham. Inside the penalty area for Jude Bellingham. 2 on him. 3 wait in the middle. It's a low ball. It's behind Harry Kane in front of Phil Foden. It gives the chance for Switzerland to try and break with Mbolo, but great defending from Konza. Pushes him down. Striker's not happy about that. Mbolo believes it should have been a free kick. And Mbolo's actually just kicked out with pure frustration on Jude Bellingham. The referee's going to have a conversation with him, tell him to calm down. He's telling him to sit there and wait as he talks to him about what's going on. The referee's not finished actually having this conversation in Mbolo. But initially Mbolo thought he should have had a free kick because the way he was ushered away off the ball from Eze Konza. We're getting a replay of that kind of duel. It wasn't even Konza that won the ball. It was Declan Rice, but it was one that was a fairly one from England. It's a free kick to England. They're gonna take around about 40 yards, you'd say, away from the penalty area. There's a high line of Swiss defenders outside the D, so it's able for England to breach this. It's a good opportunity. It's going to be an in-swinger potentially, or even an out-swinger. It's going to be the out-swinger of Phil Foden. Trippier was dead. It misses everybody. Well, Saka's kept it alive. It's Jan Summers come to gather the ball, and he wins the ball fairly. Referees already said it's going to be a free kick with Konza going for it. It's England 0, Switzerland. That's much of a waste, isn't it, from Phil Foden? Not been his tournament so far, has it? Phil Foden, a player that's lit up the Premier League this past season, been part of a record-breaking season with Manchester City, 4 Premier League titles in a row, first English League titles in a row for English side, and he was key to that. PFA winner, Player of the Year winner, but just hasn't been performing in this tournament. As Switzerland once again give the ball away from a goal kick. It's with John Stones for England, all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford just tells everybody to calm down a little bit, and try and push the ball forward. He floats this to the right hand side to Kyle Walker. He has to jump in towards the ball to get it. He's under pressure by Granit Xhaka. Foden is seeing himself in all these types of positions. He's on the right, now he's on the left, he's back on the right. Gives this towards John Stones, who hammers this long. Looking now towards Kane. Kane's giving the ball. Well, Kane didn't get there. Here's Rodriguez. And it's all through the middle. And Bolo has a shot. Enzo Konza clears the ball. That was the first time that Switzerland in this game able to break through in the centre. And it just came from a lazy ball towards Harry Kane. Rodriguez stepped up. And all he had to do was poke the ball forward. And Switzerland were in the penalty area and had a view to shoot and score. It's with Xhaka. Back to Bolo. Bolo to Vargas. Vargas jump round the corner to Freuler. It's a good, really good interception from John Stones. He pokes his right foot towards Pickford. He had to get there. Oh, there was going to be the opportunity for Freuler to tap home. Or maybe even Ndoye also for an effort and goal. Switzerland started to build some confidence in this game. Down this left-hand side it goes for Rodriguez. Gives the ball to Xhaka. Switzerland have never reached a final four of a major tournament. It's their fifth quarter final in a major tournament. Went out on penalties to Spain last time out in Euro 2020. Here's Vargas into the penalty area. The player goes down to the ground and Kyle Walker doesn't win the ball. Mainly finds himself under trouble, under pressure and in trouble. But the referee gives him a reprieve by saying that he has been fouled by Granit Xhaka. It was Vargas looking to pick up the ball. And we're just getting that replay from Saka. It was going to be Rider coming in. Obviously, Bashir is there also. And we're just seeing that block. Really good block, actually, from Harry Konza. He's had a good first 25 minutes or so in an England shirt at Euro 2024. It's 3 attempts for England so far, none on target. 1 attempt by Switzerland, none on target as well. It's that sort of game at the moment. Live on Flash Score. But can only get better from here. There's Jordan Pickford kicks the ball with his left foot right in the byline, looking towards Harry Kane. He wants to turn to Kanji. There's a bit of pressure from Jude Bellingham. He seems to operate from the left-hand side, it seems, in this game. Pushed away by Vida. And Trippier gets in there as well. England battling, but winning the ball actually over share. It's with Konza. Gives the ball now to Rice. No pressure for Declan Rice. Xhaka was right behind him, so it's Troilo Vargas. It's with John Stones. Stones swings that ball to the left-hand side to Konza. Konza now to Jude Bellingham. There was a bit of a gap to play it to Rice. He's gone backwards to give it to Declan Rice. Rice outside the centre circle. Takes his time to scan the pitch. He's still with it. Declan Rice. He's edging forward. He plays it onto the left-hand side over the halfway line. England go with Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham just holding fire. Checks it back towards Rice. Mainu's there. Here is Mainu. And the ball to Rice. Walker's there also. And then nil. Switzerland nil. But a bit of room now for Foden. Foden goes into the middle with Rice. Rice into towards Stones. Nice little turn from John Stones. Gives this towards Kyle Walker. Scoops this forward to Saka. Can he win the ball in the air? He can. Does it with his left foot. Oh, he's good. The penalty area here. Saka. Really great work. Puts the cross in. It's cut away by a Swiss player. Lovely work for Bukayo Saka. Very unfortunate not to find a white shirt. It's a red one in the middle. And it'll be a throw in deep inside inside Switzerland's half for Switzerland. But Saka getting joy from that Kyle Walker lift over, brought it down his left, went round Air Bishop, and then the cross right footed was met by Akanji. It's with Rodriguez. Throwing the ball only as far as Kyle Walker. Akanji gives to Rodriguez. That's to be cleared away. That's gone out for a throw-in to England. Deep in the Switzerland's half. Ooh, I don't know if that all went out. So this will be interesting if England score from this throw-in. It's Kyle Walker that's been given the ball to John Stones. Stones towards Rice. Rice on the left to Konza. Konza on towards Trippier. Oh, he uses his right foot to hit this to Jude Bellingham. Akanji wins the header. It's a little Bit of physical work there by Mainoo to usher the ball away from a Swiss head. Here is Saka. Infield to Mainoo. Mainoo back to Foden. Foden back to Jude Bellingham. Saka wants it to be slipped in. Jude Bellingham elects not to. He's going to float this into the air. That'll be a corner. England 0, Switzerland 0. That all came from that throw in, but they can't look back now. How about Switzerland? Corner coming from this near side once again. It's going to be Trippier to take it on that right hand side. Saka's next to him. Konza's right inside the 6-yard box. Still we wait. It's taken left towards Saka. Kobe made it into the middle. It goes to Foden. England elect not to put the ball inside the penalty area. Back now towards Pickford. We're going all the way to Foden. Foden's brought down. Referee says play on. Now Jude Bellingham is the furthest player ahead for England. It's Harry Kane who's actually playing from a left back position as it stands. He's foiled up. The ball to Rodriguez. Now to Cher. Cher with the orange boots. He scoops the ball to Rodriguez with the hair tied back. Xhaka or Switzerland. That side just going past the halfway line. Here's the ball to left hand side to Rodriguez. Just holds fire. Drops the ball into the middle now to Ritter. Ritter to Abisha. Vargas. So many bodies on this left hand side. Are the Swiss able to put something in the middle? Here's Akanji. England 0, Switzerland 0. Dusseldorf here live flash score commentary for you. The ball does get scooped into the middle to Mbola. Mbola's trying to do the give and go. And once again, Konza's there to clear it away. Akanji giving the ball back to Ian Summer. Summer back to Akanji. England 0, Switzerland 0. Over half an hour gone in this first half of this Euro 2024 quarter final. The third one of the competition. The fourth coming later tonight between Turkey and Netherlands. Switzerland, who are pressing forward at the moment with the ball. It's Rodriguez. Two wait in the middle. It's put into the far post. Vida's there though to keep the move alive. Puts this on his left foot. Low ball. Konza has to clear. Stretching. Using his left boot to clear the ball away. Done well because give it to Jude Bellingham. He wants to go on a run against Cher. Referee, is he going to book Cher? He is going to book Cher. It's good work from Jude Bellingham because he kind of just runs into Cher. I think the referee's completely bought that. Jude's not going anywhere, and he does put his left arm in front of Jude, but Jude does put his right arm on the Cher, but as the attacking player, he's going to do that, and it's a clever foul from England's number 10. Not to the surprise, not to the amusement, the happiness of some supporters in the Swiss defence. It's the first yellow of the game actually. It's gone to the centre back in Cher. We're saying that coming together. England 0, Switzerland 0. Here's Konza. Going inside his own half, gives the ball to Jordan Pickford. Pickford giving the ball to Warstone. Cher is not going to miss a possible semi-final. Oh, that's really good play from Kobe May. He lets it run, and now he's able to just strive forward, approaching the penalty box. He goes to the left-hand side, looking towards Kieran Trippier. Surely that was handball. England play on, and the referee doesn't give the advantage. It falls down to Saka. It's so good from Kobe May, and in the end, Bukayo Saka gives away the free kick. It's a very, very good move from Kobe. Let the ball run superbly. It's possible handball with Freuler, but it's not going to be in the box, so nothing can happen from that. And then Saka and Xhaka, of course, former Arsenal teammates, are the ones there colliding. It's with Akanji just outside the penalty area for Switzerland. Akanji kicking it back to Summer. Summer giving the ball to Akanji. Spain beating Germany 2-1 yesterday to progress to the Euro 2024. France joining them on penalties to meet up in Munich on Tuesday night. It's the first semi-final for the final, of course, next Sunday, the 14th, against, we don't know who's playing, sorry. It's going to be in Berlin, as Switzerland have done really well. They've built this ball from the back, haven't done really well in terms of the final ball that comes in from the far side from Fabian Schär. Had done so well to have carved England open to the position where Schär was able to put the ball into the penalty area, but Kieran Trippier, his teammate, were able to get in the way. His club teammate. It's with John Stones, who is going to actually let Jordan Pickford take the goal kick. It looked like he was going to take it. Pickford he's just booted the ball out of play because Kyle Walker can't keep it. It's scoops in the air by Rodriguez, looking quickly to take this throw in. England 0, Switzerland 0. 10 to go in this first half, which is flown by. It's been an odd one so far. Still waiting for shots on target on both sides. It's Rodriguez onto Vargas, flicking it on towards Mbolo. Header is there by Jordan Pickford. Of course, a winner must come in this game. If it needs to come for extra time, so be it. There's this floated down the left flank by England. They give the ball away, and it's come from an offside position. Referees decide to play on, and that suited England. It's with Jude Bellingham, who pirouettes on the surface with the ball. Jude Bellingham, the 21-year-old, oozing with confidence, La Liga winner and a Champions League winner. Floats the ball to Saka. It goes towards Bellingham, and he couldn't get hold of it inside the box. Jude Bellingham, he's got 2 goals already in this competition. Harry Kane's got 2 also. But this is lovely play. Pirouette's just past Vedette with ease. Jackado's the one with the ball at the moment. On that right hand side to Schär. On the halfway line to the there. Going on towards Freuler. Into the box it goes to Xhaka. Freuler. England 0, Switzerland 0. This is the right boot to pass that down onto this right hand side. Maybe Vargas is there. Goes infield to Freuler. England 0, Switzerland 0. Still waiting for a spark to ignite in this game. Something's got to give. It's knockout football. The chess match can go as long as it wants, but eventually we're going to see some checkmates. Here's Xhaka. Inside to the right now to Freuler. England 0, Switzerland 0. Xhaka and Freuler just keep passing the ball to each other inside England's half. I won't say deep inside the right quadrant, but very much just outside the centre circle. It's still with the Swiss captain in Xhaka. Schär's there now. He's able to give the ball to Bisha, who scoops the ball to Mbolo. And when Switzerland wanted to penetrate, Mbolo slipped at a vital time. Here's Walker, got the ball from Saka. He's still holding on to it, Walker, and eventually clears away. It was a poor ball from Bukayo Saka, which has put pressure on Kyle Walker. He has to clear the ball away. He just wipes his mouth, Kyle Walker, with a white wristband. And maybe it's a sweatband, I'm not sure. It's on his right wrist. There for you. Here's Akanji, all the detail. Live on Flash Score. It's with Akanji. He's gone back to his goalkeeper, Summer. Jude Bellingham, he seems much more infiltrated on more of a fluid role. As mainly wins the ball back from Mbolo. Switzerland 0. You do wonder what the tactical message will be. Maybe not from England. We know England like to. Gareth Southgate wants to play this type of ball, but Switzerland have been the team that have been bringing the electricity to their game, and they've gone down to England's level with sterile, static football. They've won it now in the halfway line. Here's Mbolo trying to inject some pace into their game. Gives to Freud outside the centre circle. There's a player on the right hand side of Bishop. England 0, Switzerland 0. The Swiss go down the right hand side of Ndoye, and he's bitten way too much. And then he can chew Ndoye, the Bologna winger. Got his first goal for his country against Germany early in this competition. It's a goal kick to be taken. So just waiting for this goal kick to be taken, and you need maybe a bit more emphasis. It's going to be interesting to see, of course, comments online and pundits across Europe and the lack of quality coming from England's attack. We've seen Switzerland have that in their lock in this tournament, but lots of Harry Kane and Phil Foden are really flattering to deceive, but they can strike at will. It may be foolish to write them off. With 5 to go in this first half, it's England 0, Switzerland 0. A cagey first half is about to conclude. Are we going to see a late twist in this first period? It's Akanji onto the right hand side, giving the ball towards Freuler. Freuler now onto Rida. Rida, he's found the right hand side to Ebisha. Try to go long. He does go long, so there'll be a foot race between Walker and Ndoye and Mbolo. It's quite funny because the TV camera couldn't pick up the ball. It just stayed in that small patch of sunshine I've been talking about in this Düsseldorf arena in Germany. Of course, it's Konza with purple boots, goes infield to Rice. Rice picking the ball up from the defence, nearly losing the ball. He slips, but he gives it to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo now to Walker. Walker over the halfway line, he'll go. Instead of going right to midfield, he goes more into the centre to give it to Phil Foden. Now Kane tricks himself into being the last man. It gives to Rice, who has the ball outside the centre circle. A bit of invertedness from Kyle Walker's ball's spun into the air. Finds a way to Trippier. Now to Konza. Stones in the centre circle. England 0, Switzerland 0. He's with Konza. In this back towards John Stones. And Stones wants to go back to Pickford, and he probably will go back to Pickford. They've got any Swiss players around him. Pickford's got to keep his eye on the ball here, and credit to Yakin's side and Switzerland, because they're making it difficult for him. I could talk about the pedestrian light because Mainoo gets the ball. Let's get back to Pickford, but they're pushing England back really well. England are on their own byline now with Konza, and Ezra Konza's got to go long, looking towards Harry Kane. Luckily, the second ball drops to England. Rice is able to find it to the left hand side to Jude Bellingham. He wants to squeeze it, gives it infield towards Rice. Here's Konza. Bit of room now for Kobe Mainoo. There's no press from Switzerland, so Kobe Mainoo is able to look up. Kobe Mainoo towards Kyle Walker. Walker into... Right, is that Foden? Foden's Kobe Mainoo, and it's towards Jude Bellingham. Bellingham now towards Rice. With Kobe Mainoo in outside the centre circle. Gets to Jude Bellingham, 19 to 21-year-olds of age, in that heart of that England midfield. Give it to the ever young Bukayo Saka, who's 22. A real youthful core to England's team. Rice only 20, just turned 25 as well. It's down this left side with Trippier. It's one of the oldest players in the team. It's with Rice. The game is maybe lacking a bit of excitement if I'm talking about ages across the side. But England are tossing the ball from left to right across the pitch. It's back with now Bukayo Saka off that right. He gives this to Mainoo. Mainoo on to Walker. Walker towards Kobe Mainoo now. Kobe Mainoo gives the ball to Saka. Nice little finch by Saka. He's on his left foot. Goes for goal. Blocked away by Fabian Schär. It will be a throw-in to England outside the Switzerland dugout. And it's taken by Walker. Given to Stones. Stones gives the ball to Rice inside the centre circle in his own half. Rice has just gone past Mbolo. Rice down onto your left hand side to Trippier. And many listeners who have been following England's tournament will not be surprised that we're heading into half time with this being the scoreline, this being the performance maybe, but listeners listening to Switzerland's tournament will be quite surprised at the lack of attacking energy they've been presenting. And that makes this a real intriguing game as we shape up for the second half, because we've seen a lot. We've seen really a lot of attacking play, definitely from the Swiss. They've scored 7 goals in most of the tournament ahead of this Euros quarter finals kicking off with the teams remaining. England have a strong defence, however. We're seeing that clash down the left hand side to Jude Bellingham. He's inside to the middle of the centre circle for Stones, inside Switzerland's half. He moves the ball with his right foot to Stones to Walker. Walker just lifts his right boot in the air and passes it to Stones. Stones uses a toe putt to find it to Saka. Saka takes his time just to get his feet right. Ends up giving the ball back to Walker. Walker puts the ball into the middle to Foden. Foden on to Rice. Rice looking to give the ball to Phil Foden. No, he doesn't. He gives it a square ball to Walker. Walker puts the ball forward to the right-hand side to Saka. Saka, what's on his left? He takes on two. He goes past one. He's gone past both of them. He drops to the middle. Komania, what a challenge! That is from Granit Xhaka. It looked like England had found the opener inside the final minute. And Saka could have went down right at the edge of the penalty area. He elected not to. Battled well, going past A. Bishop. And Kobe made it with a glorious opportunity to find the net. Was tackled well by Xhaka. Less than 30 seconds of normal time in this first half. England have a corner. It's their third of the game. England 0, Switzerland 0. It's going to be taken by Phil Foden this time. Foden's corner's right in the hands of Jan Sommer. He's on a hurry to get things going for Switzerland because they've not been able to break a lot in this game. And they're down the right hand side of Ndoye. They love to break Switzerland and they're going quickly with Ndoye. He goes past Kane. He's put the ball forward out to Vargas. Enzo Konsa's got to get there first, and it's really silly from Vargas. That's what he does in the end. He just pushes Enzo Konsa to the ground. There was a fast and furious display. And I think the referee's called that as half time, and he has. We've got no added time. Well, that was a bit bizarre. Well, it's England 0, Switzerland 0, and I have to say, it's been maybe a bizarre first half. A half that's lacked quality in the final third. Very toothless from both sets of teams. Haven't seen a shot on target. Maybe just at the end where Mainu pulled the trigger from 6-yard box, where Bukayo Saka, who looks much more lively than his first couple of games of this tournament, pulled it back. Not enough, though, from both sides. And stuff will have to change in the second period, or we'll be on course for extra time and the old dreaded penalties. But plenty of time before we even think about the P word. From Dusseldorf in this Euro 2024 game, the quarter-final for a place in the final four. It's 0-0 at half-time. We'll be back for full second half coverage of this quarter-final. At the break, it's England 0, Switzerland 0. Stones, Konza and Trippier off the left. Midfield 3 of Rice, May and Phil Foden playing the 10. Bellingham off the left, Saka on the right, and captain Harry Kane leading the line for England. All white, well, white top, blue shorts and white socks for England. For Switzerland, it's Sommer in goal, Cher, Akanji, Rodriguez, Bashir, Xhaka, Freuler, Rede. It's a 3-4-3 with Ndoye, Embolo and Vargas up front. It's Switzerland who have the ball inside their own half, down this left hand side. That sun I was talking about in the first half has disappeared. It's as a cool summer's night, cool summer's afternoon turns into a cool summer's night in Germany. It's with Sommer giving the ball to the right hand side to Rede, going infield to Akanji giving the ball to Sommer, and Sommer in goal. So what can we expect from the second half? What do we need? We need goals, of course, it's obvious. We need to see a goal, or heading to a shootout, and I'm calling that one early after yesterday's games. Extra time is very high on the cards. Better to see Phil Foden in the 10 for England. He's been able to move that ball to the left hand side to Konza. Konza onto Bellingham. Oh, he just skips past Rodriguez. Oh, it's really good from Jude Bellingham. He's got Foden to, Trippier to left him, looks towards Harry Kane. It was nearly close there. Trippier wins the ball back for England outside the penalty area. Here's Rice, gives it back to Jude Bellingham inside the penalty area, goes to the far side towards Saka. Saka's not going to win that header. He's going for the ball. Oh, it's failed clearance from Switzerland. It comes towards Saka, goes for goal. And now it goes towards Embolo. Good start from England. That all came from Foden switching the play to Konza. Konza giving Bellingham the ball. Bellingham just going past Rede with ease as he ascended in towards the Swiss penalty area. It's with Saka on that right, giving the ball to Foden. Foden to Kobimeni. Maybe now to Jude Bellingham onto Walker. And from a Swiss point of view, being so, playing with a handbrake on has not been them so far in this tournament. They want to show a bit more adventure and adventure. They don't want to fail for the 5th time in a major tournament in the quarter-final. They've got a bit of defending to do because it's England trying to penetrate through the centre with Saka trying to give the ball to Kane. It was intercepted by Switzerland. It's back of Konza, 14 in the back of his shirt. The Aston Villa centre-back making his Euro 2024 debut from the start. Here is Declan Rice against 2 players. Cher and Rede getting in the way. It's back with Ndoye down this right-hand side. Nice little work there by Embolo. Sells Konzula with a dream, but Kyle Walker, it's easily there to cover. And they're doing well to nullify any sort of threat that Switzerland have on the counter-attack. It's Phil Foden with the ball. Over the halfway line it goes. Phil Foden now onto the right-hand side for Saka. 3-way in the middle. Here is Phil Foden. He has a little bit of a trickle in his step, and he runs into a Swiss player. Here's Granit Xhaka over the halfway line now to Vargas. And outstretching Walker wins the ball on the ground. It's Saka winning the ball for England up against Xhaka. He's got 3 around him, and in the end he wins the free kick. Saka wanted to get things going 2 minutes into the second half. We're in the 49th minute. England 0, Switzerland 0. Turkey and Netherlands is less than 2 hours away from kicking off. In that game, the winner will take on the winner of this one in Dortmund on Wednesday. A diagonal ball looking towards Trippier, heads the ball on towards Harry Kane. He's not going to get that. Jude Bellingham is the nearest player. And then Sommer gathers and scoops up and throws the ball down to Akanji. Akanji into the middle, looking towards Xhaka. Referee elects to give the free kick here on Vargas. He's gone down. Kyle Walker is not happy about that with the referee. Just wait to see if it was a yellow card or not. Does miss the ball completely, Kyle Walker. Vargas holding his right ankle. 0-0 here. He's still on the ground actually, Vargas. You know, sometimes you see these challenges come in and you feel like the players, of course, had the impact on his ankle, on his shin, and it's kind of, he's kicked into Kyle Walker and it's caused Vargas a bit of pain. He's back on his feet now, hobbling a little bit. Xhaka's also trotting on field. Xhaka maybe want the ball with Kanji. Can Kane stop that ball coming through? Goes back to Kanji, sorry, it was Rodriguez to take this free kick. It's with Akanji, the back 3. He gives it to the right centre back in Share. Share back to his goalkeeper in Summer. 15 minutes gone. England 0, Switzerland 0. Kanji in the field to Xhaka. Xhaka looking to clip that left hand side ball towards Akanji. Down the left towards Abishat. Abishat in field towards Vargas. He shake off that knock. Nice little patient play this from Switzerland. It's still with Akanji. Can they break this stubborn and resolute English defence? The shining light of this England team being their defence. The stubbornness of it. Here is Xhaka. Looking for that far side again. Gets the ball back. The captain. Oh, we slipped this through. In towards Vargas. Bit of room now for Mbolo. Mbolo turns. And the first shot on target for Switzerland comes in the 51st minute. And there seems to be an England player in Konza in a bit of pain. The centre back is shaking his head. It was a lovely ball from Xhaka to slip into Vargas. And then Mbolo battling Konza. And Konza just falls to the ground. Doesn't seem to be much contact between him, but in the end, Freuler was the player threading the ball through to Mbolo. Mbolo turns and swivels and shoots on Konza really well. Just seeing what the issue was for Konza. Doesn't seem to be a collision of him blocking the ball or getting really close to Mbolo. He's just walking gingerly. Konza, but he's up on his feet. So two little bit blows for Vargas and Konza, but more importantly, that was the first chance for Switzerland. First shot on target. That will help. That would definitely give confidence to those Swiss supporters behind Jordan Pickford's goal. And more importantly, the side that was very toothless in the first half, both were, in truth. Here is Summer. Summer in towards the penalty area. He moves the ball to the left hand side to Rodriguez. Infield to Xhaka. Laying that back. It's launched up the field. Looking towards Rice. Really good header one by Rice. Oh, it's a nice takedown by Foden. Oh, Foden gives to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo towards the penalty area. Gives to Saka. They want an offside flag at Switzerland. Not going to get it. And they have to clear. The flag does eventually come up in the end. So Bukayo Saka on that right side was offside. Nice first touch ball by Phil Foden. Saka was way off. Swiss defenders were right about that. I don't think there's any need for me to complain about the flag coming late. This is something that we've learned to accept in our game at the highest level. In all the European leagues, Premier League, Liga Serie A, and of course in the European international tournaments in the men's and women's games, where the flag by the assistant referees are lifted very late just to play that advantage. It shares balls he cut out by Jude Bellingham. It's forced it to give it to Ndoye quickly. And Mbolo's cut out by Konza. And the referee has given a free kick to England. But I have to say, Ndoye and Mbolo and Vargas haven't been on song, the way they have been in previous tournaments. Sorry, previous games in this tournament. And that's fallen into England's hands. That they need to be a bit more sharp and precise to their passing to really create a nervousness that can be produced against this current England side. It's 0-0 here. Gives the ball to Rice. Rice on to Walker. Walker gives this ball towards we've got Saka. Saka inside his own half. Over the halfway line. It's intercepted. England 0, Switzerland 0. So a throw-in that goes long to Foden. Oh, he can't angle it. Goal was towards Harry Kane. Kanji going clear. It's a long ball forward. The flag stays down for now, with Vargas breaching. It goes down towards Xhaka. No offside. We play on, and it's won well by Phil Foden. Foden on to Rice. Rice down to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo using his right foot, trying to angle a ball in towards Bukayo Saka. 55 gone in this game. You just see Phil Foden nipping the ball away from Granit Xhaka. Excuse me. Sam here with Rice. Another throw it to England on that far side. Still waiting for this to be taken. I missed anything here live on the flash score. Throws the ball forward. Finally, that's the longest wait for a throw in I've seen this tournament. I'm not being dramatic. There was no delay. Surprised the referee hasn't given a yellow card for that. Harry Kane's muscled away from the ball. Kanji, the referee, now hits the ball. So Kanji's very frustrated, always frustrated. Well, Bukayo Saka's successfully dribbled past Michel Aibesha 4 times in that first half. That's already the most one player's beaten. Another one in a single game in Euro 2024. It's into Milton and Mbolo. And win the ball now towards Xhaka. 30 yards away from the penalty area. Rodriguez bombs on forward. Approaches the edge of the penalty area. It's a good ball into the middle. It's a header! That's into the hands of Jordan Pickford, and Mbolo won the battle. But he couldn't get the connection he needed to really cause England trouble. Rodriguez, lovely whipped left boot. In terms of Mbolo's head, actually hits the back of Konza. It's a really interesting battle between Konza and Mbolo. I have to say, Konza's doing really well. You think about coming into the lineup with Mark Gahey being suspended, someone who's been very comfortable so far in this Euros competition. It's the quarter-final. We're edging close to the hour mark here in Dusseldorf. It's England 0, Switzerland 0. Here's Konza. He's been put under pressure by Mbolo. As I said, it's an interesting battle. They shake each other's hands, a bit of a tap on their head. The Swiss manager's now put on a white jumper after sporting a black polo. Southgate still with the white polo himself. Here is Foden. Gives the ball to Bellingham. Bellingham out to the right hand side towards Bukayo Saka. Foden, edge of the penalty. Sorry, Bellingham, edge of the penalty area. He's got Foden ahead of him. Does feed it to Foden. Rice has it now. Rice checks us back to Konza. All his players for England are in their heart, in Switzerland's half, other than Jordan Pickford. It's the right of the centre circle. 4 stones. Gives it to the central area towards Phil Foden. So it's diagonal ball. Playing the ball into the middle. The header from Trippier looking towards Harry Kane. Service has been very, very minimal for Harry Kane. And for that throw to be taken. King for Kieran Trippier. Trippier waits for the throw. I think we've slowing the game down or not, but this is the same thing happened on the far side. I have taken it finally. Here's with Walker. Onto the right. They've moved that ball really quickly though to the far side where Saka's operating. Saka gives it back to Walker. Foden's there for Walker. Elects to just hold it on to it for a little bit longer. And then gives it to Saka. Scooping this with his left foot in towards Jude Bellingham. And Mbolo's there for England, for Switzerland. Jude Bellingham tries to pick the piece up. Kanji. Oh, that's a super ball from Kanji. And if Vargas can get there ahead of Konza, he's found the ball, Vargas, from Mendoy. Broke through the England defence with a lovely ball from Akanji. Vargas trying to play a 1-2. But the England defenders have come back to clear it away. It's Rice who could seize the corner. The first corner of the game, of the second half, goes towards Switzerland, which is in fact their first corner of the game. That was such a good ball from Akanji. Lovely. Under pressure from Jude Bellingham, is able to find a pinpoint carved angled ball to let Ndoye go on his way. And Ndoye probably disappointed that he didn't initially put the ball with a bit more venom going forward to Vargas. Once he checked back to his left foot, or Vargas would have been through. First time now we're seeing England's set piece defending being really credentials being tested. We're in the 60th minute here in Dusseldorf for this Euro 2024 quarter-final, live here on Flash Score. Audio commentary coming your way live. England 0, Switzerland 0. Down this right hand side for Vargas to take it. Takes it short, puts it actually behind. It's poor from Bishop. It's gone square now to Rodriguez. Seems like a well-trained move, and it's cleared away by England for another corner, and that was done by Saka, who's landed a bit gingerly. Was he onside? Looks onside, Rodriguez. So it will be a corner. Right decision by the referee. Assistant referee. Here's Redette. On this near side to take it. Left-footed. So many bodies in the penalty area. It's met by an English foot of Jude Bellingham, who hammers that away. It didn't go past anyone. Reina takes the throw quickly. Here's the jack. I think from a Swiss point of view, you'd be very disappointed in those two set pieces. You want to put the ball inside the English penalty box to test the English core of what England can do defensively from set pieces, and you've not done that. You've got to the 60th minute to get a corner, and you're not, pushing it and creating pressure. But you're going forward. Now it's right hand side of Ndoye. Ndoye up against Konza. Konza and Trippier come and close the ball. It's nicked by Vargas, approaching the byline. 3 Swiss player waits for the ball, and in the end it's Kyle Walker that gets there ahead of Mbolo and clears. Mainu's up as well to clear, and so is Saka. Good defensive work from Saka and Mainu, and Kyle Walker crucially intercepting the ball from Ndoye. Here's Vargas playing the ball back. A bit of room now for Freuler. Freuler skipping past Harry Kane. Switzerland very much growing in this game. Vargas better for them in the second half. Another ball goes into the penalty area. It's not cleared away by Foden properly. It needs Konza to clear, and he does immediately. Back to Akanji, and the pressure will come back at England. England 0, Switzerland 0. Definitely a moment of the game where the Swiss are on top. Can they stay on top, and can they crucially create an opening? They might just need one goal for this one. Here's Freuler to get them in their first ever major tournament semi-final. It's the 5th time they've reached this stage of a tournament. They've lost 4 times previous. Last time out it was in Euro 2021. They lost on penalties to Spain. That was 0-0 after beating France in the last 16 in the last tournament. That was then. This is now. They know they have an opportunity to reach the final 4 and be in that semi-final in Dortmund on Wednesday. Xhaka giving the ball back to Cher. Cher just holds it 35 yards away. Cher finds a really good ball, edge of the penalty area. There's a bit of time for Ndoye. He wants to shoot, he doesn't do that. Gives to Rodriguez on that far side. Rodriguez looking towards Bishop, scooping. Gives the ball to Mainu. You don't want to give it to Mainu. That was a crunching challenge. 2 bad challenges coming in, and Bishop has been penalised on Harry Kane. And England finally get some respite. It's a challenge. The substitutions are coming on for the Swiss, and a bit of surprise there that it's Vargas that's the player that's coming off, and so is Redette. So that's the whole left hand side that's been removed. And onto the field comes Widmer and Zuba. So Zuba and Widmer onto the field for this first 2 changes of the game. I haven't seen anything from England so far yet from Gareth Southgate. This is the first changes of the game for both sides. And it comes from Switzerland with Widmer coming on and Zuba for Vargas and Redette. Rice next not to go past over the halfway line. Gives this to Walker. Kador Stones gives that ball to Konza. He's using his right foot to Stones. Stones in field, looking towards Foden. Foden onto left hand side to Trippier. 3-way in the middle. Foden runs to the byline, digs us to the far side, looking towards Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. And that will be a corner kick. Well, Zuba immediately says, no, that can't be the case. He's saying, no way. So it comes off Jude. They're saying the ball from Foden may have gone out of play. And then they're saying Jude Bellingham got the last touch. We're seeing the vital replay, and it was true. Well, they did come off Jude Bellingham. And they've changed their mind. They have given a goal kick, which is the correct decision, which you always want to see. You don't want to. You see a vital set piece decide a game, and the decision for that set piece is wrong, especially with all the technology we have. Halfway through the second half, so we played 3 quarters of this game, and of the 19, and we are no closer to find out who will be in that semi-final in Dortmund on Wednesday night. It's 0-0 here, but Switzerland definitely arrived in this quarter-final for sure. They have the ball outside their own penalty area, giving it towards Akanji. Akanji to the right-hand side, looking towards Cher. Cher over the halfway line, put under pressure, gives the ball to Mbolo. Bit of a room now on the right-hand side for Widmer. He's just come onto the field. Looks like Widmer's replaced him. Doi going to the left-hand side. Here's Xhaka. Spreads this to Rodriguez. Rodriguez got a lot of room now to maybe swing the ball into the box. So many red shirts in there. Konza's header hasn't been cleared properly. It's cleared away by Rice. Comes back and out and over the shot via Abe Bashir. Should have done better from there. Must have done better. England 0, Switzerland 0. It remains 67 minutes. Waiting for this. Going to give the ball to Konza. Konza on towards Trippier. Skipping this to Jude Bellingham. He's been put under pressure. Mainu wins the ball inside his own half. Chests it down, gives to Rice. He's in that left back position. Gives it to Konza. Rice was a little bit of slip by Stones, and nearly Mbolo was able to feed in. Here's Stones. Sorry, Pickford hammers that forward. Kane, as you can see, the free kick he has. That'll be a yellow card. The first one for the England captain. On Akanji. Referee decides he said a bit more to Akanji. And so the yellow card for Cher. A yellow card for Kane. Now, Harry Kane is on. Is he on a yellow? I don't think he is on a yellow card. He isn't. But of course, these carry over. He doesn't want to get one. I think if he make it to semi-final, but he'll be able to play in the semi-final. But he is booked. It's a free kick right 2 yards into England's half. Going to ball to Akanji. Akanji now into Rodriguez. Rodriguez in towards Akanji inside his own half. He shepherds that ball towards Rodriguez. Still with Xhaka now. Xhaka scoops that ball back to you know who? Rodriguez. He uses his left boot though to go forward to Zuba, the substitute. Number 40 on his back up against Kyle Walker. He's in field to Ndoye. Ndoye in the penalty area, twisting and turning Rice. Ndoye wants to pull the trigger. He goes into the penalty area and slips. With Harry Kane doing the defensive work. You just don't want your number 9 there. And he's just got to get rid of the ball, Harry Kane. He does. He actually finds an English player with Foden. Foden slammed to the ground by Rodriguez. Referee says play on. Gives it to Saka. It's good from Kane. But England can't get out. Too many Swiss players high up the field. Now in the middle with Xhaka. Xhaka now on to Freuler. Freuler into Rodriguez. Xhaka's got a bit of time to scan the field again. 30 yards away from the penalty area. Gives to Akanji. England 0, Switzerland 0. Akanji takes his time to pass it, right-footed. Now on to Cher. Cher on to Widmer. Widmer on his left foot. Passes it back. England 0, Switzerland 0 here. So we enter the final 20 minutes of this game. Are we going to see a twist in these final 22 minutes or so? Oh, we head into extra time. We'll find out live here and flash score, that's for sure. Here's Widmer. Playing the ball back to Cher. Flash score, of course. Samuel Audio commentary of the final, quarter-final. That follows this one between Turkey and the Netherlands. Here's Mbolo. Try to twist and turn. Here is Xhaka. Switzerland have definitely up the ante in this second period, that's for sure. But can they find a breakthrough? It's down the left side from Rodriguez. Bit of time now for Ndoye up against Walker. And he's not found much joy against Walker and Ndoye or Saka. England win the ball. Here's Phil Foden. He runs into trouble but wins a throw-in for England. Punches the air, Phil Foden. It was vital that. Just to get a grips of the game in that moment, because Switzerland were building ahead of steam. That was very evident. And Ndoye moving himself onto the left now. Zuba also on the left hand side. It's Widmer that's gone onto the right to replace Vargas. Ball's gone long. No changes yet still from England. It's going up now to Trippier. Trippier now onto Jude Bellingham. 2-way in the penalty area. Jude Bellingham back towards Trippier. Wanted to play the 1-2. Still Trippier put under pressure by Xhaka. Good marshalling. Wiedemann's there as well for Switzerland. This is all 25 yards away from Switzerland's penalty area. England go all the way back now through Rice in the centre of the field with Stones. England 0, Switzerland 0. Nice work from Stones. Stones into like Mainu. Mainu now into Foden. This is better from England. Can have it end product. Foden trying to clip it to the far side towards Harry Kane. It just bobbles uncomfortably for the Swiss defenders. So Saka's able to kind of win that back. He has. Still no shots on target from England. That shot from Kobeni was off target in the first half. That led to a corner right at the end of it. So it's a bit worry for England. It's a repeat of what we saw last week against Slovakia, where they didn't have a shot on target all the way until their goal, their leveller with Jude Bellingham in the 95th minute. I've only seen one shot on target from Switzerland also. That turn and swivel from Mbolo. Here's Rice. Gives the ball down into Jude Bellingham from a central area. Looks like him and Foden may have changed positions momentarily. Here is Phil Foden off that left side. Pushes the ball now to Jude Bellingham. Ben now to Mainu. Mainu with a turn and swivel. Gives the ball to Walker inside Switzerland's half. It's a ball that's hit with real pace towards Bukayo Saka. He's doubled up. Gives it back to Walker. 10 yards away from the penalty area. Foden back in the central area. On his left foot. Looking towards Kieran Trippier. You do wonder why Phil Foden doesn't want to maybe pull the trigger from that position. We saw him score beautiful goals for Manchester City across the Premier League season. Phil Foden from the edge of the penalty area for England doesn't seem too sure to pull the trigger. It is with Rice though. Into the middle, back it goes to Foden. England 0, Switzerland 0. 73 minutes has gone. Here is Jude Bellingham approaching the byline down this left-hand side. He's up against Fabian Schär. You can't go down on him. Schär's under pressure. Then it's Granit Xhaka. Jude Bellingham wants a corner. He won't get it because Jude is under pressure because Xhaka, very smart as he always is, the man of the dark arts, used his head to go on the ball, and Jude Bellingham just slapping Xhaka's head. He's been kicked. Remember, Jude Bellingham is on a yellow card, and Xhaka, as I said, the master of dark arts. The ball hit his head, not the boot, but he's rolling around like he's been hit on his head. Of course, everybody can see it on the camera. It's quite funny. Footballers, if they weren't footballers, they'll do a good job with the acting, wouldn't they? It's England 0, Switzerland 0. The free kick is about to be taken deep inside Switzerland's half. It's going to be right next to the byline. I have to say, for all the jokes and comments on the dark arts, it's relieves pressure for Switzerland, and it's what you've got to do if you want to win. You've got to play smart. It's called smart football. It's not dark arts, smart football. Here is the Kanji outside his own penalty area. Sends with it, gives it to Wiedemann. He's put under pressure by Trippier. Wiedemann gives the ball now onto Fabian Schär, who spreads it delightfully to the right hand side for where Ebisha is. Ebisha, he's a bit slow bringing the ball down, so they're able to get themselves back into position. Xhaka floating the ball forward now to Ndoye. 73 minutes have been played. England 0, Switzerland 0. Are we going to get a late goal to change the complexion of this tie and to make history, of course? Gareth Southgate's 100th game in charge for England. It's Switzerland's 5th attempt to reach a semi-final and major tournament. It's always faltered at this round of a competition. It's down the right hand side it goes now with pressure, goes in towards the penalty area for Switzerland. They find the ball through and they find the opener. It's Mbolo in the 75th minute that gives Switzerland the lead. They found a breakthrough and they've breached England's defence, and they're 15 minutes away of a first major tournament semi-final, unless England can find a way through. England 0, Switzerland 1, and the next second half coverage of this quarter final. At the break, it's England 0, Switzerland 0. There's a cause for maybe offside. Ball comes from that right hand side. Lovely work from Fabian Schär, who scoops it reverse ball inside the right hand side. Is it Ndoye? Oh, it's a little bit of a deflection from John Stones. Stones' deflection puts it into the path of Mbolo, who is ahead of Konza and Walker. Lovely work from Ndoye to find Mbolo. It is a deflection that Stones that helps it on its way. And it's tucked into the bottom corner. And Switzerland have the lead. There's the twist. There's the complexion changer. There's the opener. It's Bro Mbolo from close range that pushes Switzerland in front in Dusseldorf. Wild scenes behind that goal where the Switzerland players and fans were celebrating together. And once again the pressure goes on for England. Here is Trippier looking for that return back with Stones. 75th minute strike. Here is Jude Bellingham. Bellingham on to Trippier. Well, I mentioned before the goal, Gareth Southgate, it'd be in his 100th game. Would it be its last? There's the feeling that he might not manage England after this tournament. And if he don't find a goal inside his next 15 minutes, it may be his last appearance as the manager. There's still time. If anything we know in football, it's not done until it's done. We saw that last week where England were down and out against Slovakia. But with mass respect to Slovakia, Switzerland are a different proposition. Here's now Mainu trying to flick it on, but no one's behind him. And that goes into the hands of Jan Sommer. England 0, Switzerland 1. And those Swiss supporters are the ones jumping with joy behind the goal of Pickford. Mbolo, chest this down, good win by Rice. But now England have to go for it and leave gaps. This is where Switzerland are very dominant from the wings. I mean, a disappointment for Gareth Southgate that the goal wasn't conceded in transition. It was conceded with a build-up play. I mean, Fabian Schär, for God's sake, on that right-hand set in the back position, was able to thread the ball. And onto the field comes Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw makes his first appearance since the middle of February. And after being taken into the game, there's a bit of a confusion. Palmer's going to come on. Is that Jude Bellingham going to come off as well? That's a mass surprise here. Jude Bellingham has been replaced. The man that got the goal. We'll have to wait and see. Is that the right? I'll be surprised if that's the right choice here of the triple substitution. They did hold number 10. And, well, we know Southgate has made some interesting changes, some interesting selections. At the moment, only Luke Shaw has come onto the field. So Jude Bellingham hasn't come off the field. There was a bit of an issue with the board that said number 10, which I have to say shocks me, just because we know what Jude can do. Jude Bellingham in the 95th minute got that leveller for England, something that England need to repeat. Well, at the moment, we just got confirmation of those changes for you in a second. So it's Mainu giving it towards Jude Bellingham, who's still on the pitch. I don't know if Foden's gone off. Here is Saka. Saka down this right hand side, floats that ball to the right, and that will be a throw-in. So Palmer Eze's on, and so Shaw. I think Saka's gone off. So no, Saka's there. Jude Bellingham's still on the field. Here is Stones. So Eze, Palmer and Shaw are on. And we'll work out who's come off. I know Trippier's come off. And here is Palmer. Giving the ball to Eze. Mainu's come off as well. Here's Jude Bellingham. Down this towards Konza's gone off. Looking towards Bellingham. Here's Eze, edge of the penalty area. England have to score here. Gives the ball to Rice. Rice now towards Bukayo Saka. Saka with Palmer in the middle. It's Bukayo Saka. A thunderous nice shot and a goal for Bukayo Saka. England hit back straight away. England England 1, Switzerland 1, and it's Bukayo Saka that is fighting a level with a trademark finish from the right winger to get his first goal of Euro 2024, and England just about stay in the competition. With 10 to go, England 1, Switzerland 1. No confusion about him being on the pitch. Gets the ball from Rice, his fellow English and Arsenal teammate. Goes into the middle of the box. It hits the inside of the penalty of the post. Goalkeeper rooted to the spot. And Saka does what he does best. Going on that left foot and finding the bottom corner. England 1, Switzerland 1. Game on. Well, there is why you just can't take your best players off, because that's what they can do in a blink of an eye. England woeful, and England wants it. I don't think is that even on target because they hit the post? England again with their first meaningful effort on target, find the jackpot and find the goal. It's England 1, Switzerland 1. Switzerland's lead lasted 5 minutes on the dot. They've taken Konza off and put in Walker centre back, and Switzerland are moving forward here on the brink. England away from going out. Have find a reprieve, and can they find some momentum? As Kane spreads that ball to the goal scorer in Saka. Saka up against Rodriguez. You're always so much vulnerable. You're always vulnerable. You've just scored. Here is Rice. England still in the Euros. Here's Luke Shaw back and playing football, and coming on for a first appearance at this Euro 2024 tournament. He gives it to Palmer. Saka steaming forward, back towards Shaw, headed away. It was Shaw that was going forward, and Eze tries to keep it on. England 1, Switzerland 1. It was Konza, so I can confirm the changes. Shaw's on, Eze's on, Palmer, and Konza was the player replaced, which is a surprise because it's from a defensive point of view. What a goal by Bukayo Saka. Really, just to go on his left foot and to find that. That is exactly what the doctor needed. Trying to feed Shaw on. Can England go and win it here? That's the question. His first goal in Euro 2024. We know what happened in Euro 2021 for Bukayo Saka. At the end of that game at Wembley back in July 2021. He's on the ball again. He'll love to do anything to lift the trophy this time. He's still on the ball in this left midfield position. Looking towards Kane. Swivels and turns. Can't fire at goalwards. Xhaka moves the ball away from Saka. And Bolo's there, wants help. And all of us, football, it's just a wonderful game. Goals changes games. 10 minutes ago, I was struggling to even see what was happening. 10 minutes later, we get 2 goals. First one, Bolo tapping home into the bottom corner. And then Saka's hit on his left foot to find the bottom corner into the net. England 1, Switzerland 1. Two sides desperate. Oh, so desperate for different reasons to reach the Final Four. The pressure, the weight of expectation of being a favourite nation for England. And Gareth Southgate, as I was talking about the 100th game, his legacy after missing the penalty in '96, everything that goes on with England. And Gareth Southgate for Switzerland, a proud nation, a nation have knocked on the door. How many times to be in the Final Four of a major competition? Are they going to falter again? As it stands, we're heading to another half an hour of this. We've only hit the 84th minute, so still plenty of time in normal time for this to change. But it's England 1, Switzerland 1. I don't know about you, but I anticipated extra time heading into this one. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here live on Flash Score. TV news to come out in around about 20 minutes for Turkey, Netherlands. Audio commentary of that. You can listen to that game after this one. And a few Copa America ones tonight, commentaries tonight, quarterfinals. Is Vargas for Switzerland, who've just about recovered from the Bukayo Saka goal, which was struck 4 minutes ago. Rodriguez pushing this ball into the middle. It's a header that is won there by Luke Shaw. It's bound with Cole Palmer. No one scored more goals than Cole Palmer in the Premier League other than Erling Haaland. And if you are the top goal scorer in the Premier League behind Erling Haaland, you're doing something really good. It's Bellingham. Vidma has been booked. Referee wants that free kick not to be taken quickly. 85th minute. Palmer coming on here. He was just holding a hand, wasn't he? Vidma. Palmer winning the ball from that box area. His own area. and being challenged. Sven Vidma being penalised. He's another player who won't miss the next game if Switzerland were to make it, should they make it. Here is Rice. Infield to Jude Bellingham. England 1, Switzerland 1. Jude Bellingham giving the ball towards Shaw. 30 yards away from the penalty area. Goes infield towards Stones. Stones in towards Walker. Walker past the halfway line. Uses the right hand side to Rice. It's an 8th tournament goal now for Switzerland. Found it in every game they played in this tournament. England have, of course, drew 0-0 in their final group game against Slovenia. It's not been a good tournament for England, but they still have a chance to reach a final 4. Here is Shaw, number 3 at the back. Luke Shaw plays this now, looking to play a 1-2 with Foden. Foden stayed on the field. Here is Rice. It was Mainu who's left. Here's gives the ball towards Adriche Eze. Eze just turns and swivels, goes into the middle. Now to Foden. Eze gives the ball towards Rice. Good pressure this for England. They're pinning back Switzerland. Can there be a late finish from the Three Lions? Saka giving the ball now to Jude Bellingham. He wants it on his right. He'll cut it on his left. Oh, it's intercepted well by Switzerland. Oh, it's won well by Rice. Back to Jude Bellingham in the penalty area. Tees up to Saka, who focuses to the far side. Oh, it was overcooked. Oh, on his right hand. On the right hand side, using his right foot. Palmer was in the middle. And just there. That was the case with the ball going out of field for a Switzerland throw-in, which is about to be taken now. Down this right-hand side by Cher. Well, Palmer's just having a conversation with the referee and towards Freuler. Down this right-hand side, gives this ball. They kicked the ball out of pace. It's just been ragged. That second goal was a real blow to them. To time it, 5 minutes. England have made those changes. There'd have been a kerfuff on those changes. And the goal, real quality. Just really knocked the cells there. England were going to maybe play a nervous final 10 minutes game. It was all set up for Switzerland to make history. And then bang! Saka with the punch to level it. And he's on the ball down this right-hand side again. They don't want him to go in the inside. It's the first time they've actually not doubled up with Bukayo Saka, and they're punished immediately. He's on the ball against Saka. Down that left-hand side, they're doubling up on this occasion with Avisha and Ndoye and Rodriguez. In towards Palmer. It's a ball that's caressed from Foden. Now to the left-hand side to Ebriche Eze. Ebriche Eze's got Saka, Shaw around him. Oh, Eze's shot is dragged wide. Did so well to create the angle. It was a positive play, but it's just gone off target. And it gives Switzerland that desperately needed respite. England 1, Switzerland 1. It's the third quarter-final going to follow suit of the first 2 quarter-finals that we've seen in Euro 2024. That will go to extra time. Akanji. Edge off the penalty area. Gives the ball now to the right-hand side. Towards Cher. He's giving the ball away. And that's a free kick for sure. Cher clipping Palmer. Cher's on a yellow card. So he's got to be careful. He's got to be careful, or will be sent off. That's for sure. Cher played a wonderful ball to Ndoye for Switzerland's goal. Completely took the whole England defence out. Gave the opportunity for Ndoye to shepherd a ball that hit Stones' knee, that fell into the path of Mbolo. But England have a really good opportunity now to throw the ball in towards the penalty area. Into the final minute of this game in Dusseldorf. England on the attack. It's Phil Foden to whip this in. Every single Swiss player is in their penalty area, bar the one-man wall of Zuba. It's going to be Foden left-footed. It's going to be on the money. It's crest to the far side. Summers going to come and punch it away. It comes back out to Saka. The pressure continues. Here is Palmer. Floats this in really well, but Akanji's there. And Xhaka breaks. It's very much possible. Down this left-hand side. Ndoye with Zuba. It's down with Ndoye. Running forward, Ndoye. Zuba's ahead of him. He approaches the penalty area. Wants to go on his right on the 80th minute. And the ball is scooped and blazed over by Ndoye. That was poor from him. A man of his quality should be doing better than that. How many minutes will we added on? We've played, we've just got 15 of normal time. And we've just seen a replay of the goal. Lovely ball from Cher. and it was Ndoye's ball that was deflected off the knee and the right boot of Stones, and Bolo was there just to tap home in towards the bottom corner, and then Saka doing what he does best, a thunderous effort hitting inside of the post to go past the goalkeeper. We have 3 minutes of added time. We don't see a goal from either side. We're heading to extra time. Referee saying play on. No handball there. A flick on may have judged the Swiss player's hand. Here's Jan Sommer being put under pressure by Phil Foden. Uses his left foot. Sommer to play the ball on that left-hand side to Ndoye. Ndoye goes central to Xhaka. Xhaka now on towards Akanji. Akanji now onto Xhaka. Xhaka takes his time. He don't press it. Bit of room now down this left-hand side for Switzerland. Job it's not done by any team. They like to tie it very much alive until the end. We've played 1 minute of the 3. And it's down that left with Zuba. And Ndoye for Switzerland. They move more to the centre with Akanji. 30 yards away from the penalty area. Here's Cher again on this right side. Here's Cher. Floats it low. And it's cleared away with real authority from John Stones. He's playing centre-back, of course, now with Kyle Walker and Luke Shaw down this left-hand side. England going for broke when they were down 1-0, throwing on Eze, throwing on Palmer, throwing on Shaw in that left-back position, getting rid of Trippier, getting rid of Konza, and removing Kirby Mainu. It's over the halfway line with Switzerland, halfway through now, the 3 that's been added on, the minimum 3 minutes here in Dusseldorf. England 1, Switzerland 1. You can't say these two sides do things the easy way, especially when it comes to major tournaments, and for Switzerland's point of view, definitely when it comes to the quarterfinals. Here's Akanji. Can there be a late twist? Can there be a late winner for each side? It's the red shirts that are bombing forward now. It's down this right side for Cher. Floats the ball to the far side. It's red shirts to the far side. He comes back to Zuba and he's kicked it out. Oh, what a chance. What a chance for Ndoye. Ball was pinpoint. 3 Swiss players behind the English players in the penalty area. Lovely from Cher. Caressed ball. Pickford in no man's land. Walker and it's Mbolo. Mbolo's taking it off Ndoye. Ndoye was going to connect with the ball. And Mbolo took it away from Ndoye. Was coming in to surely tap home on target. Oh, what a missed chance. That was the chance for Switzerland. That might be the only chance we have in this added time as Jordan Pickford's getting ready to kick this goal kick with less than 20 to go of the minimum 3 that's been allotted here in Dusseldorf. Referee may look at his watch and say that might just be it. It's flicked on by Harry Kane though. Looking towards Jude Bellingham. Switzerland clear forward. And the referee does blow the whistle just before the 3 minutes. It will be another 30 in Germany for this 3rd quarter-final in Euro 2024. Follow suits for the first 2. We will play extra time just like Spain and Germany and France-Portugal yesterday. Switzerland thought they'd done it with 15 minutes to spare when Mbolo tapped over an Ndoye cross inside the box. They were 15 minutes away from making a major tournament semi-final. That lead only lasted 5 minutes because Bukayo Saka got his first of the tournament, cut inside the left-hand side, edge of the box, from the right, cut into his left, and hammering that low, hit the inside of the post, and it went into the corner, crucially for England to have a reprieve. We'll have 30 minutes more of this. Oh, you just got to love football, and you have to love the Euros at the moment here, live on Flash Score. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for full coverage of this full extra time between England and Switzerland. Who will make it to Dortmund for Wednesday? As it stands, we're no closer to finding out. It's England 1, Switzerland 1, and we'll be back for extra time. for this extra time between England and Switzerland. It's 1-1, and Bolo put Switzerland in front on the 75th minute, and then England equalised through Bukayo Saka. And as we are here for the third time, 3 out of 3 in the quarter-final stage in the Euros 2024, in 2024 in Germany, we see extra time. And for the second game in a row for England, they see extra time. Of course, they needed an extra 30 to beat Slovakia on Sunday. They've got a goal very quickly in the beginning of the extra time period. And then something says to me that won't be the case on this occasion. Here's Akanji though. A quick rundown of the two sides. They've changed, of course, due to the substitutions. Pickford in goal, Stones, Walker, with Shaw and Eze playing a weird sort of back five here for England. Foden's on, Eze's on, as I just mentioned, Saka, Rice and Palmer and Kane, with Summer in goal, Cher, Akanji, Rodriguez, Vidma, Zuba and Bolo and Ndoye and Bisher, Xhaka and Freuler. For Switzerland, it's with Xhaka, Freuler and Co in a more natural position. England playing some players in positions they're not used to. Had to go for the juggler. Here is Xhaka, infield towards Zuba. Xhaka, infield towards Akanji. Akanji over the halfway line, down the right towards Cher. But no golden goal, no silver goal. Straight extra time. Whoever's winning by the end of the 30 that's allotted will go through. If not, we'll have penalties to decide it. Both sides were eliminated and lost in their last tournament due to penalties. The quarter-final stage for Switzerland and the final for England. But Switzerland are in the penalty area as the ball goes over, and Fabian Cher completely misses a simple cross, which showed very much promise. He's seen a lot of joy. Him and Rodriguez. It's really interesting. You think about when you play a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, it's usually the left mid or the right mid or the wing back, in inverted commas, that find that joy. What we've seen today in this game, we've seen Rodriguez and Cher get into really good positions, and Cher there on that right hand side should have just knocked it across goal, and England were in real trouble. Xhaka wins the header over Kane, falls to Mbolo. He's at halfway England's half, checks the ball back, gets the ball to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now to Akanji. It's Akanji back towards Xhaka. Akanji down the right, looking forward towards Rodriguez. Rodriguez back now to Akanji, who's 30 yards away from the penalty area. Akanji goes into the middle ground, looking towards Xhaka. Granit Xhaka back to Akanji. Oh, low ball in towards Air Bishop. Good work there by Phil Foden. He's down holding his ankle, so to get back up he has. Well, he actually hasn't. Well, now he has on the third time attempt. Just walking a bit gingerly. Phil Foden. He's now holding his right ankle. Eze for England. Floated the ball to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham now to Rice. Rice to Palmer. Cole Palmer moving with the ball down the left hand side for England, 30 yards away from the penalty area. He goes way back to Jude Bellingham. He's more deeper for sure since Kobe Mainoo's gone off. Here's Kyle Walker down the right. It's for Saka. As soon as Saka gets the ball, the two red shirts come immediately to close him down. It's Walker. It's more pedestrian style football. Both sides will feel jaded. An extra half an hour in the tank for England off the back of that extra time against Slovakia. Of course, Switzerland were able to progress very comfortably against Italy last week in Berlin. We've now Pickford giving that ball to Rice. Rice trotting forward, looking now to Palmer. Running forward, Cole Palmer. But it all trod. Finds to give the ball to Luke Shaw. Shaw now to Rice. Rice to Konza. Conte finds to Palmer. Edge of the penalty area. Good patient play from England. Finds a way to Eze. Eze scooping to the middle. There's no one in the centre. Does come back to Rice. Rice will go for goal. He does with real force, and it's a save that's needed. Sama going down his left-hand corner of his goal. He needed to push that around. It's set up nicely for Rice. You've got a real curve around it. And it's a fabulous save for Sama. Going down to his left with his left palm to put it away. England won. Switzerland won. 5 minutes. So just for a second, a huge amount of people thought that was the goal for England. You need to come from behind in this game. They're going to win. Level. It's Eberieze to take this corner. He floats this high. Doesn't reach any English players. Only the Swiss in the middle. It was poor from Eze. But Walker's kept it alive. Give it to Saka. Saka gives it to Eze. It's 2 against 3 in Switzerland's favour. Gives it back to Foden, who's still walking quite gingerly at the moment. Here's Walker. Okay, now towards Rice. Rice on that left-hand side. Nice little quick play here from Luke Shaw. Of course, making his first appearance for a while. Palmer's there also. Palmer battling to win the ball with Bedham. Bedham wins the throw-in. He throws the ball towards Rice. Bedham gets the ball back. Square of the penalty area. Jude Bellingham gives the ball to Rice. Now back with Palmer. In line to the penalty area. Palmer going back in field to Foden. Foden looking to go towards Jude Bellingham. It's back with Rice. Rice now onto Hawker with the orange boots. England 1, Switzerland 1 here in this Euro 2024. An hour away from kickoff for the final quarter-final between Turkey and the Netherlands. It's a commentary that you can listen to, but we're right in the middle, right in the midst of seeing who's going to be the first nation to reach that semi-final in Dortmund next Wednesday. As Palmer goes down, referee waves away any type of protest ringing. To be fair, Palmer doesn't put any pressure as there's a long diagonal ball that Walker will get there ahead of. Oh, it's a loose ball, and Palmer is there to clear with Bishop, the player was probing Walker. It's picked up by Eze in the halfway line. Good work from England actually to get that ball right back into danger. I say good work. They give the ball away straight away. Palmer. Here's Mbolo. It's to Xhaka. Rodriguez over the halfway line. He goes. Gets with his head down. Motors down the left. Checks back. Gives this to Bishop. Back with now the substitute with Zuba. Zuba trying to flick that forward to Mbolo, and Saka's got to get rid of the ball. He doesn't. Gives it straight to Rodriguez with his clearance. And is that a free kick's been awarded, it seems, for Zuba. Rodriguez, sorry, rather. On Harry Kane. Harry Kane's holding his ankle. Yeah, just trotted it on it a little bit there, Harry Kane. Maybe his knee was a bit ajarred also. There's a change that comes for Switzerland. It's their third. With Ndoye coming off and Zakaria coming on. That's now an interesting substitution. An attacker coming off for a midfielder. It's just that the Swiss may be thinking about penalties, but also trying to nullify England's threat. Here we have the Kanji. At the moment, England are playing a back three fullbacks and a back five with two wingers at the moment. With Shaw, Stones and Walker the back five, and Eze on the left and Saka on the right. 9 minutes gone in this first period of extra time. Still England 1, Switzerland 1. Goals coming in the final 15 minutes of the game. It's taken us to this place. Ball into the middle now. Down the right. Bishop. The ball towards Rodriguez. Shares there inside England's half. It's walking pace now. He's able to point and say where he's going to put the ball. He's pointing and giving the ball away. Eze's picked it up. Eze's driving now. He's going past 3 or 4 players. He's brought down. The referee says he's been brought down fairly. And Shares on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. Second time he's made a challenge on a yellow. Lovely work though from Eze flying past Zakaria and Freuler. And Cher was the player that made that move. Surprised the referees just had a word with Cher, because he's brought on a few times. Here we go with Foden. Doesn't take it, waits for Rice to take this free kick. He adjusts it to the left hand side where Eze is. Eze for two more Stones. Stones all the way to Pickford. 10 played of this first period of extra time. Pickford getting the ball from Walker. Walker now back towards Pickford. Pickford inside towards Bellingham. Here is Jordan Pickford. Uses left boot to throw it back towards that left hand side where Eze was. Kane's batting. It's been such a quiet game for Harry Kane. Palmer picks it up. Elected not to thread it forward to Foden. Saka's there down the right hand side, wanting that ball on his left. Boot. He goes down the line, still waits and hovers, wanting that ball on his left. Two on him. Won't be able to put a shot from that position on this occasion. Phil Foden might do. That's blocked by his Manchester City teammate, but this time on the opposite opposition being Akanji. It's a bit of hesitation in the ranks for Switzerland. The ball finds way towards Saka. He scoops to the far side. It's a good cross. Goes to build to Jude Bellingham. Once on his right. Does shoot. Blocked. May have got it on his left. He does, and it's saved brilliantly by Summer. With a side foot effort by Jude Bellingham. And Switzerland's sloppy defended nearly was punished by England. And England's number 10. And their golden boy in Jude Bellingham. With Switzerland now with Zakaria. Such a surprised substitution that. Right now. Down right towards Cher. In field to Akanji. Inside the centre circle. Akanji into the middle now. To Rodriguez. In towards Freuler. Akanji. Shepherds that ball to the right hand side. Looking towards Vidma. Up against Eze. And I think from a Switzerland point of view, they'll be disappointed that they've not had a real go at this England back four that's made up of, two fullbacks, two wingers, and one recognised centre back. Saka on the right back, Walker, Stones, Shaw, and Eze. There's Akanji. They do go down the right hand side, Switzerland, wanting to float the ball into the penalty area. They wait, giving the ball to the right hand side to Cher. Need Cher up the field, Switzerland. England 1, Switzerland 1 it remains. We've got 2 minutes and a half left of the first period of this extra time in Dusseldorf. England 1, Switzerland 1. It was Mbola that broke the deadlock for us here in the 75th minute, and it was Saka that got the level at 5 minutes late in the 80th minute. Akanji inside the centre circle gives the ball to Xhaka. Live on Flash Score here. Less than an hour for commentary for Turkey against Netherlands to follow this one. Saka's in a bit of a trouble, but the referee said that's going to be a free kick. Zuba, he's been very aggressive in his duels. Zuba, the substitute for Switzerland, is Walker. Well, something's got to give. As I mentioned right at the beginning of this extra time period, these are two sides that were eliminated from the Euros last. I say eliminated. England lost on penalties in the final. You're not eliminated in the final. You finished running up, but they lost on penalties last time out. Switzerland lost on penalties, but they did win a penalty shootout in Euro 2020, beating France in the last 16. And unless we find a goal the next 15 minutes, we're heading towards that. I like saying that because every time I've said that, we've seen goals. unless something happens and then we see it happen. As England go forward with Kane, but Switzerland do well to launch that ball back into England's half. It will just drop to Luke Shaw. Shaw onto Eze. Eze will kick this back to Rice. Rice will get there. A lot of hard minutes for Declan Rice. Tired legs now, surely, for England. We're deep into all of the minutes accumulated in this long old season. Into the final minute now of the extra time period. Here is Jude Bellingham. Gives us the ball to Foden. You want Jude Bellingham getting the ball and giving the ball to Phil Foden outside the penalty area. You don't want it in your own half, outside the centre circle. Much of what the issue has been for England. Alright, it's the good thing for them. Switzerland don't seem like they want to push on forward and cause issues in this extra time period. Here is Jude Bellingham on to Shaw. Shaw flicks this forward, looking towards Eze. It's an awkward header for Cher. Cher was able to head this back to his goalkeeper actually in the second half, asking to Summer. It's good work. And then Summer is going to roll the ball out. We've played the 15 minutes of the first period. There will be no added time. And we will resume video commentary of the second half of the extra time period. We'll be back very shortly for England versus Switzerland. England won, Switzerland won at the end of the first half in extra time, and we'll return for the second half of extra time. England won, Switzerland won. We're back shortly. See the second half of extra time commence, and just thinking about that Dennis Zakaria substitution, take off on Doy. Never seen a clearer indication of the side is looking for penalties in extra time where you take off what if you're shining light. I mean, the player that got you assist for the goal in normal time comes off in the 98th minute, so 8 minutes into extra time, and Zakaria comes on. You're thinking there that Yakin, the manager of Switzerland, is thinking about penalties already. Two sides here are familiar with two penalties. So we're waiting for England to take it. Here Foden. And off we go to Pickford. So English shooting from right to left. And their white strip. They want a free kick of Harry Kane going down. We'll have a quick rundown of the two teams very quickly. It's Pickford in goal. Stones, Walker, Saka, Rice, Foden, Shaw, Eze, Kane, Palmer is the 11 for England. With changes for Switzerland, Summers in goal, Cher, Akanji, Rodriguez, Vidma, Zuba, Freuler, Xhaka, Zakaria, Mbolo, and Abisha is the team. As Xhaka and Kane just collide heads, two captains. And we wait for the ball to be given back to Switzerland. For Jan Sommer to take it, bright yellow jersey. Just moves the ball. 1 minute gone already. Time is flying in this game. Edging closer to penalties. Can someone become a hero? Just like yesterday between Spain and Germany. And Moredo scored a wonderful header to break Germany hearts inside our home tournament. Of course, yesterday we saw João Felix miss for Portugal. That was the decisive penalty that put France through to Hernandez, poking it through. It's now with Vidma, a little step by Eze inside the England area. He's able to shepherd the ball to Cher. Shared on towards Akanji. Over the halfway line it goes for Akanji. Akanji floats that ball to the left-hand side. England taking their time to get out of their own half, but they're not. They've been pinned back as it stands. Here's Akanji going into the middle. Now with Freuler. Freuler just takes his time to lay that back to Cher. Cher just waits also. Gives it towards Akanji outside the centre circle, inside their own half. So they're now going to move forward into England. They do that off the left of the centre circle. Gives it to Freuler. Gives it to Xhaka now. Passing the ball to the left. Plays it forward to Zuba. Zuba trying to move down the left-hand side. He's paraded by Walker and Saka. They both mop up and clear. Go along to Kane. You do wonder, are England going to look for any more changes themselves? You've got players like Gordon and Ivan Toney who can take penalties and who are available from the bench for a bit of pace. As Switzerland just have a little bit more energy here. Who's Zuba? Three-way in the middle. If the ball's good, it goes to the far side. Eze's up against Vidma. And Eze's done superbly. Playing left wing back for England. He's not a left wing back, and he's not only won the duel, he's gone and pushed England on the attack. He needs Harry Kane to move forward. Harry Kane wins that over Akanji. The ball's still on field, but Harry Kane's gone right in towards the technical area, and he's in a bit of bother. Harry Kane's England at the moment might be playing out to 10 players. Harry Kane falling just at the top of where the fourth official is, based where all the cameras are. Akanji slipped also, because where they are, they actually need Gareth Southgate to help Harry Kane not fall down too heavy. A really, really awkward collision for Harry Kane, as more substitutions are ready, but this time it's not for, once again, it's not for England, it's for Switzerland. Bolo's going to come off. He looks very disappointed. It's going to be an old head for the Swiss. It's going to be Shaqiri who's going to come on. And Bolo looks very disappointed. He wanted to contribute, even if it meant from the penalty spot. He wanted to take one for his country. He's getting a round of applause from the dugout with the Swiss players and the technical team. Ivan Toney's on for England, and Harry Kane's off. Well, the Harry Kane comes off and Toney's on. Well, we know Toney's a very good penalty taker for Brentford. We saw that yesterday with Kylian Mbappe coming off for France ahead of the penalty shootout. Trying to play a new dynamic. Kane looking very leggy, and there came off. Palmer has won the ball. He's done it off Xhaka. Here's Palmer trying to find the angle, gives it to Foden. Foden's ball's deflected. Remember, there's still a game to be won here in the final 10 minutes. Here's Eze on to Rice, giving the ball to Palmer, low into the ball into the middle, cleared away there by Rodriguez. So Shaqiri on for Mbolo, who got the opener for Switzerland. He's off, and Toney on for Kane. Shaw inside his own half, gives the ball back towards Jordan Pickford. 10 to go. With Pickford, gives the ball towards Stones. See 10 minutes of how England are, the dynamic for England without Harry Kane. Here is Eze onto his right foot. Aberi Eze taking his time. Shaw inside Switzerland's half. He just has the ball right dead in the centre of the halfway line, the left-hand side position. England have worked it to the right now with Walker inside Switzerland's half. Inside the centre circle goes to Stones. Stones points before moving that ball to the left to Shaw. Shaw takes a few touches before releasing it towards Rice. Rice taking his time before scanning the field and finding Walker. This is where the slow football starts to creep in there. Needs to move the ball quicker, England. It's now with Walker into Jude Bellingham. That's the first time he's touched the ball in this second extra time period, Jude Bellingham. Here's Eze. He's got Shaw for the overlap, doesn't use it, tries to put the ball in low, it goes behind all the English players in the penalty area and the ones outside. And the referee says play on as an English player go down. It's down the left-hand side now for Zuba. Under pressure, good win by Walker. There's a Saka, still an English player down on the field at the moment. Saka slips. England want to go forward and play. Here's Palmer, tricking his way into the penalty area. Wonderful, wonderful challenge there from Rodriguez. Said, yeah, you go past one, but you're not going to go past me, Cole Palmer. You're not going to do that deep in extra time in the second period. Jude Bellingham is up back on his feet. He was the player that was on the pitch. Very surprised taking Harry Kane before a shootout, has to be said. It's with Switzerland in the centre circle. Here to the far side. Now towards Vidma. Imbolo. Vidma. To the back. Now Jude Bellingham is holding his left cheek. He was felt like he should have had a free kick. Kanji. It's now the Swiss' turn to slow things down. Less than 8 to go of the 30 that we have been pleasure to have had is for extra time. The Switzerland find a way forward here. Vidma is shot into the middle, cleared away. Was that Luke Shaw? A vital clearance for England. Looked forward to see that Zakaria was going to tap home, and Jude Pendulum and real joy at that left-hand position for Switzerland. Here's Rodriguez giving the ball short towards Shaqiri. This is where Switzerland have found a lot of joy when they've stretched the play. It comes back to Shaqiri over the bar, and it was actually Cher that hit it, leading back, and it stays England 1, Switzerland 1 at the moment. With Shaqiri. So Shaqiri and Jude Bellingham having that altercation. It was a little bit of a flayed arm. Nothing too much. Referee probably did make the right decision, you would have to say. So a goal kick for England. It's taken by Jordan Pickford, of course. It's headed on by Xhaka, giving the ball to Shaw. Shaw kicking it forward back towards Bukayo Saka. Throw in now for England, bang on the halfway line. Is there another throw of the dice from either's coach? There is. And Phil Foden's going to come off for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Foden and Kane missing the responsibilities of not taking a penalty if it arises. And Trent Alexander-Arnold comes on maybe inject some good final ball. That's what's on the cards now with 5 minutes left of the extra time. Can England get a late winner? Can Switzerland find a history-making goal to put them into a final four of a major tournament for the very first time in their history? That's where the stakes are on. It's with Shaw pin it forward. Finds his way into trouble. Shaw gives the ball to Rice. He's now tucked himself into centre-back position. Rice onto Walker over the halfway line. Inside the final 5 minutes now of this game. Inside the second half of the extra time. You've always will fall in football. You'll get a chance. Have Switzerland and England got the capabilities of producing a final moment in these final moments of this game? It's with Eze. Eze now on towards Stones. Tying legs across this Dusseldorf arena. It's given towards Alexander-Arnold. Down the right hand side. Gives the ball to Walker. Trent Alexander outside the boot. Lovely ball to Jude Bellingham. Tries to play the give and go. Intercepted by Switzerland again by Rodriguez. He's been magnificent for Switzerland. Every time England have tried to move down that left hand side, he's been the player that's got Switzerland on their way. And on their way again through Zuba. Oh, he spent the ball directly. Pickford's gone out of goal. So try a chance now for Vidma to put on his right. And Bukayo Saka has steamed all the way from that right mid position to intercept Vidma and to concede a corner. But vitally keeping England 1, Switzerland 1. The ball was just behind. And it's been cut out. And it will be a corner for Switzerland. It's going to be Shaqiri to take this corner, left-footed. With all these red shirts in the penalty area, will this be the moment for Switzerland? He goes for the goal, and Pickford has to push it out. Well, he was being cheeky, and that was a real opportunity for Switzerland to break English hearts. There is a Swiss player down on the ground of England's penalty area, but England play on. Can Eze keep the ball in the air? He can't. No, he can't. Oh, he can. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant work from Eze, but he was too laxy-daily with that. Intercepted. And Switzerland's play has stopped. Well, just have a look at this corner. It was swung in left-footed by Shaqiri. And it was pushed out by Jordan Pickford, who smiles with Shaqiri, say, hey, you're not going to do me like that. You're not going to do me like that in front of the millions listening on Flash Score, of course. It's 2 substitutions coming in now for Switzerland, so that's the end of Bishop, who's coming off onto the and Freuler's coming off. So another 2 big hitters, you'd say, also for Switzerland in terms of who can take a penalty. Close we're getting to the 30-minute mark. I think it's fair for me to be talking about the P word. And the moment Amadoumi's going to come onto the field, and so is Serrero. Also, Serrero and Amadouni are the 2 to come on for Switzerland. And unless we get real late drama, the third quarter-final of Euro 2024 will be concluded by penalties. And it's with Palmer down this right side, going long. This Ivan Toney's not really got into the game. It's a real disappointment. You'd say just give him 10 minutes. He maybe could have done a bit more. Switzerland, England look tired. Switzerland are the ones pushing forward. Down this left side through Xhaka. He sweeps this now towards Shaqiri. Shaqiri sweeps this into the middle. It's a real chance for Switzerland, pushed away by Pickford. Effort that came in from was Amadouni. It's still alive for Zubar. Moved ball to the left. 5 weight in the middle for Switzerland. It's flicked on by Walker. It's flicked on the far side and it's headed away. It's kicked over by Widmer. That was Switzerland's chance. That was the one that they created late on to break English hearts and to win this game and to make history, to make the Final Four of a major competition for the first time in their history. England tired. Pickford screaming and launching. I mean, his save was unconvincing from Amadouni's shot because he punched it out rather than maybe turning it over. Less than a minute now. Pickford has to go long. This will have to be it, or it will be penalties again. Referee looks at his watch. There will be more added. There'll be added time here, you'd imagine, just because of the changes rather than the first period of extra time, which saw no penalties. Stones heads this back towards Pickford, and we'll be back. If it does go to penalties, it'll be a short break, but we'll be back to give you the penalty shootout here live on Flash Score. That'll be coming unless there's drama in the last 10 seconds. The ball's floated in towards Switzerland's half. Rice tries to keep it alive. He does give that to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Lovely back heel to Palmer. Can Palmer orchestrate the ball? 1 minute left. 1 minute added on. Gives the ball to Shaw. Shaw with England with the ball. Looks like they'll have the final word from open play and from the regular 120 minutes. Here is Eze. The ball's got to go into the middle. Eze now throws to Shaw. Shaw pokes to the far side. It goes towards Toney. Headed away. It'll come back to Walker. Can England get a late goal here? Gives the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander gives to Walker. Walker's gone past his marker. Walker goes towards the penalty box. Deflected and cooped into the air by Switzerland. Good defensive work there, but still time. Here is Saka on his left foot. So many players want the ball. Zakaria gets in the way. Saka scampers to keep it alive. 20 to go. Saka gives it to Eze. The ball has to just go in the penalty area. Eze now back to Stones. They've got to go long. This has to be it. Stones plays square ball looking towards Ivan Toney. He's bundled over by Zubar, but the referee says nothing doing. And that will be it. It'll be penalties for Switzerland and England. Zubar, he did push Toney. I mean, it's very rare you see those given. It will be penalties. It's done after 120 minutes. England versus Switzerland will go to a penalty shootout. Switzerland took the lead through Mbolo's goal in the 75th minute. That was cancelled out by a wonderful strike from Bukayo Saka. Hit the post. And the 80th minute. Extra time played. A few huffs and puffs. No real clear opportunities. The best coming from Switzerland, if we'll be honest. with a good Shaqiri corner and a effort that went wide by Vidma. It will be a penalty shootout to decide who will play either Netherlands or Turkey and to register their name in towards Dortmund on Wednesday night. We'll be back for the penalty shootout as soon as it starts. We'll be back for this. England 1, Switzerland 1. Welcome back to Flash Score for England versus Switzerland in the quarter-final Euro 2024. It goes down to penalties, and Bono's goal in the 75th minute put Switzerland on their way forward, and then Saka got the leveller. We played extra time, couldn't find a winner, so we go down to penalties. Switzerland, of course, have failed at every time they've reached the quarter-final. This is their 5th time trying to make it to the last 4. They'll take it to penalties to break that duck and to make history, to be in Dortmund come Wednesday night. For England, well, they have an interesting history with penalties. This is going to be their 10th penalty shootout at a major tournament. England have won 2 and they've lost 7. Southgate, of course, the manager of England, making his 100th game in charge, missed crucially at Wembley 96. Eric Dyer scored one to beat Colombia in Russia 2018. That's the first time England had won a penalty shootout. Also, they have won one in the Nations League. So here we go. England are going to be shooting first in front of their supporters, and it's going to be Cole Palmer of Chelsea to take on Jan Sommer. Palmer, a very good penalty taker. I have to say, England have some very good penalty takers amongst them. Regarding Palmer and Ivan Toney. So it will be Cole Palmer up against Jan Sommer here, live on Flash Score. Here we go. Palmer left-footed, of course. Jan Sommer, bright jersey. The array of English flags behind that goal, wishing and yearning for another England victory. It's going to be Cole Palmer. It's going to be a short run-up, left-footed, and he scores! 1-0 to England in the shootout. Sends Jan Sommer the wrong way. Sommer went down to his left. Palmer went down to his right. And it was a good finish from a man that hardly missed penalties for Chelsea in his domestic campaign in his debut season. Well, onto the field. Well, is Akanji, the Manchester City player, to take it. Jordan Pickford doing a bit of tactics, of course, taking this very much his sweet time to get on towards the goal line. And, you know, Jordan Pickford, he is the only goalkeeper that has ever won a shootout for England in their history of the nation. So, Akanji of Manchester City against Jordan Pickford of Everton. Switzerland against England. It's Switzerland's first penalty. It's going to be the centre-back. Saved by Jordan Pickford! Akanji went down low to his right. Pickford went to his left and pushed it out. A terrible penalty from the Manchester City man. And it's saved well by Jordan Pickford's left palm. England lead the shootout first. 1-0. Well, statistically, not to put any downer, but to give any Switzerland supporters any hope. If you miss your penalty first, you still have a fantastic chance of winning your shootout. That's not what probably England supporters want to hear, but we have to be balanced on flash score. And ease the nerves. It's Jude Bellingham to take England's second penalty. Up against Summit here. Jude Bellingham, the Real Madrid man, turned 21 last week Saturday. Oh, he put England to a 2-0 lead in this penalty shootout. Right-footed, points and scores inside the bottom corner. Cool as you like from Jude Bellingham to the little stutter and put into the bottom corner. Pressure rising now for Switzerland. Have to get themselves going in this shootout, or England will take full control. 2-0 they lead, right in front of those England supporters. England looking to reach the final four again after what happened in Euro 2021. It's the first shootout since that fateful night at Wembley 3 years ago. It's going to be Fabian Schär of Newcastle United, or Premier League Phil, in the earliest part of this shootout in terms of the takers. Fabian Schär of Newcastle up against Jordan Pickford. Pickford against Schär. Schär has to score, you feel. Right-footed, and he does. Put it into the bottom corner, and it's 2-1. Good work from Schär. Cool as you like. Just tossed it in, and that's when penalties. England have the lead, but the pressure's just pushed back now. Who's going to be the third player to take it? Jordan Pickford doing the theatrics. Of course, if England next three players score the penalties, they win because of the save that Pickford did. And it's Saka. Saka to take the penalty for England. It will be the first time he's taken a penalty since missing in the Euro 2021 final. I don't think there's a player more in an England shirt who's playing this game currently who an England supporter will want more to score a penalty after Euro 2021. But football's not fairy tales. I'll tell you that for free. It's Saka against Summer in the Euros. Saka to take this penalty to put England to a 3-1 lead. Saka left-footed. Short run up, left-footed, and he scores! Saka scores! 3-1 to England. Smiles to the crowd. Right, those England supporters. Gets it right on this occasion. And the man that brought England from the depths of going out has put England in control in this penalty shootout. And it's the old statesman of Shaqiri that's going to come on now and take this penalty for Switzerland. Reminder, Switzerland lost a shootout to Spain in the last Euros after beating France. Shaqiri up against Pickford. Shaqiri against Pickford, left-footed, and it just goes through. Just goes through. Jordan Pickford, it's 3-2, and we're on to the fourth penalty. Oh, Pickford went the right way. Shaqiri used his left foot to go to the goalkeeper's left, and it went through Jordan Pickford. 3-2, good penalty. Had the power and the precision to go past Jordan Pickford. It's Ivan Toney. Doesn't miss many for England. Doesn't miss many, sorry, for Brentford. His team, he's been brought on, Ivan Toney, to score this. And I have to be honest, it doesn't matter if you score for your club. Nothing can recreate going on a penalty shootout in an international tournament. Ivan Toney here to restore England's 2-goal advantage. Toney against Summer. Once again, it's going to be a straight run-up, short run-up. Toney side foots into the bottom corner. Maybe that was never in doubt. England have scored 4 penalties, and they lead 4-2. And we're getting to that period now where the next Swiss player has to score, or England are going to make it into the final four. Ivan Toney does so well. just to put that in. And Amudini of Burnley has to come up here, and he has to score. Amudini looking nervous, knowing that this will be it if he can't find the net. Up against Jordan Pickford. Amudini moves his body to the right hand side and he puts it into the middle. A clever penalty. It's 4-3. And he rolls it in to the middle. And there we go. But if England score this penalty, they will go to the semi-final. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold to win it for England. The Liverpool player. He's just come off the bench late in this game. If he finds the net, England will be heading to Dortmund. England will win a Euros penalty shootout in Gareth Southgate's 100th game. Is fitting, it sounds. Will it be the case? Alexander-Arnold to send England to the last four. He does! He caresses it through! And England are heading into the semi-final of Euro 2024! They beat Switzerland on penalties! They win a penalty shootout in the Euro Championships! And it's Alexander-Arnold with the vital penalty. 5 penalties out of 5! Can you believe it? It's the decisive miss! And the save from Jordan Pickford. It's England that go to Dortmund on Wednesday night. And Switzerland make it 5 straight quarter-final exits at a major tournament. The wait goes on. The wait goes on for them to be in a semi-final at a major tournament. England righting the wrongs of the past and celebrating and thinking and dreaming. The Three Lions roar right on to the semi-final, just about. They win 5-3 on penalties. Listen to Turkey and Netherlands next on Flash Score, audio commentary. No victory for Switzerland. It's England's night in Germany. England win 5-3 after 1-1 after 120 minutes. It's the Manchester City defender, Kanji, who missed his penalty. And he's the one that will never forget that miss, unfortunately for him. It finished here. England won, Switzerland won, but England win 5-3 on penalties.